Hello everyone, John Carlo here, and as part of our Precision Ag video series, I'm fortunate to be here with Levi Ohlde from Foremost Farms, and we're going to talk to Levi a little bit about his operation and how they use technology, but specifically the Operations Center. So before we jump into that, Levi, can you tell us a little bit about your operation?
Sure, yeah. We're third generation dairy farmers up here in Washington County, north central Kansas. Primarily we're dairy and then we farm. So we have four operations in north central Kansas and southeast Nebraska. Primarily we're raising forage for our animals. I guess that's our emphasis, is forage and hay. We do quite a bit of alfalfa. We also do a little bit of grain farming. We do corn, soybeans, wheat, but our emphasis is on forages and corn silage. So,
as you think about some of the opportunities and challenges you're faced with today, what are a couple that come to mind?
With as expensive as fuel and inputs and everything else is, trying to be more efficient with what we are doing, and trying to cut costs out where we can.
One of the things we wanted to jump into was around just Operations Center, and obviously that's a pretty robust tool, but can you share with us at a high level how the Operations Center has helped you and your crew?
We use quite a few feed tractors, payloaders, and that type of equipment, and it works real well to be able to dive into the information you have from the tractors and see where you have maybe excess idle time or things like that. And if you're doing field operations, to see how many acres per hour you're getting done, your fuel usage, how efficient you are, and maybe where you can do things differently or run equipment differently to use less fuel, put less hours on equipment.
So obviously you have a lot of moving parts to your business. As you think about how you've leveraged the Operations Center, do you have any examples where you've looked at efficiencies, and maybe that's an example where it's fuel usage or horsepower requirements?
Last season we had, on our planting tractor, after the season got through and we were looking at ordering tractors for the next year, we looked at the data, the fuel usage, and how that machine handled the planter, and we deciphered that we probably didn't need as big as a tractor on that planter as what we had, so we were able to buy a slightly cheaper tractor with less horsepower and hopefully more fuel savings.
One of the cool features about Operations Center is the ability for other trusted partners to have access with your permission to that information to help you make management decisions. Do you have any examples where that's been the case with other trusted partners that you leverage for your business? After
harvest, in the off season, we can sit down with our agronomists and go through yield data, and there's all sorts of layers that you can look at through there, but we'll use that and some other information to make yield maps, variable rate maps for planning for the next year, or with the dairies we have a lot of manure that we get rid of, so we can utilize that to see if there's areas we need to target or add extra fertility to those spots. That's kind of a really neat tool to be able to use and make maps yourself.
To view additional videos in our Precision Ag series, visit prairielandpartners.com. To get more information on products discussed in the video, contact a Prairie Land Partners sales representative.